We are here at the Cookout. That's where we get to hang out with your favorite artists. And today, our special guest stopping by is none other than Addison Rae. Welcome to the Cookout.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Of course, now we only have one rule at the Cookout, and that is that you have to bring some food for all of us to enjoy because it's a group effort. So,
Okay.
what would you bring to the Cookout?
Can I like say two things?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, I would probably do like a cornbread casserole and baked beans, but like sweet baked beans.
Ooh, I like that. I like that.
I'm from the South. I'm from Louisiana, so
Yeah.
we really pride ourselves on like everything aside from like the main dish. It's like we need a million options, you know?
For sure, for sure. But I did just lose a bet because I bet the audience I was like, she's for sure gonna say she's bringing Diet Pepsi because we need
Oh
beverages
my gosh,
at
you
the
set me
cookout.
up. I'll bring Diet Pepsi too.
Now that's all right. I just have to grant them all three wishes now, but you don't have to worry about that.
All right.
But yeah, you did bring us Diet Pepsi, the song for the summer. Tell us about that, like the story behind it, how it all came together for you.
Yeah, oh my gosh. Well, thank you so much. That was so nice. I wrote the song with two of my girlfriends. Their names are Luca and Elvira, and they produced the song. And so it's fully female produced and written. It was our first day meeting each other and working together, which was really special. And I feel like just shows you that sometimes you just find magic where you least expected. And yeah, it's just a song about, growing up, losing your innocence, and that can be in so many different ways. But yeah, it's just a little glimpse into my life. And I think the music, the inspiration behind like the track was just kind of something that would make you lose yourself and really feel like, you can go to a place while listening to the song that maybe you wouldn't go to normally. And so that's why the hook is so stacked and full. And yeah.
Yeah, it does take you on a bit of a ride. It's definitely a sexy, sultry R&B vibes. Whatever you're doing in the backseat, we'll just say studying. Doing some heavy research uh,
Yep.
for radio
Always,
purposes.
always research.
But you did talk about losing yourself, and you can kind of see that in the music video.
Oh,
I,
thanks. Did
I
you
don't
watch
know.
it?
Oh yeah, yeah, you had to watch it, but I want to read some of the comments. I don't know if you've seen what people are saying about
Oh
the
gosh.
video.
Okay.
This is kind of the vibes that the internet is getting. They said, "My fault, girl. I was unfamiliar with your game." Somebody said, "Me when I'm ovulating."
Oh my God. Well,
Or this one's just like, "It's giving Britney Spears meets Lana Del Rey."
wow, that is a very huge compliment. And I really appreciate that. That's so,
Yeah, that's high praise. So, like, what is your reaction when you hear people's reaction to the song and to the video?
I mean, overwhelmingly grateful and happy. And it's always really special when someone connects with something that you make. It's just like, it's always a risk. It's always, maybe it only makes me happy and only I connect with it and love it. And then you kind of have to open it up and just be ready to take whatever people have to bring and say about it. And so it's been really nice. It's been really nice. I think I've really grown and evolved over the last few years. And it's nice to see that people are appreciating and seeing that and feeling the same way.
Yeah, absolutely. We're watching the growth in real time, you as an artist and as a person. But when I saw the video, I saw a comment that it was like, "Oh, this is how I felt." They said, "I love that she actually looks like she had fun filming this." Now, watching that, it looks like you had a blast, but I know shooting things can take a while and may not have looked be as fun as it looked.
No,
But
it's crazy because this is actually, I think this is the most seamless, fun shoot I ever did. It was the director, Sean Price Williams. He's an incredible director, and he was just so down to like have fun. And I mean, it was obviously very clear because I was having the best time, and I got to eat a banana split on set, which was nice because I love banana splits and sweets. And then we really did have so much fun. So I'm glad it like, translated because I actually think we were having more fun than it may look like in the video.
yeah, you were doing all kinds of stuff. You had all kinds of props. You
A
doing
lot of stuff didn't make it, by the way, and it was arguably more wild than most of the stuff that.
Oh, really? Left some stuff on the floor? Oh,
Yeah.
shoot.
Maybe one
Okay.
day there will be like a 10-minute long video of it all.
Hey, I'm here for it because that was quite the journey. But I got to give a shout out to your co-star in the video, Drew.
Yeah,
I don't know how he kept a straight face while you were doing all those shenanigans in the car, but like,
I
did he?
know. Props to him. An incredible actor.
Yeah, he did a phenomenal job. I don't know how he kept a straight face through that whole thing, but um, you also gave us something for the summer. You've been part of. Not only did you bring us Diet Pepsi, but you were part of Brat Girl Summer. I don't know if that
Yeah.
was like in, intentionally or unintentionally, but like the song with you and Charlie at the Von Dutch remix, I don't know, kind of just went crazy and took on life on its own. But what
Oh.
what happened that day when you're in the studio and you're just screaming your face off, and now it's like an iconic moment of the summer?
It's so funny. I was just actually thinking back on it today, and when we went into the studio, it was only Charlie, AG, myself, an engineer, and then Charlie's friend Terry, who's amazing and also a friend of mine now. But he was recording and kind of like, oh, I'll be here just to get some, pictures of you guys making it and whatever. And when I went into the booth, I was doing like an ad lib take, and that part of the song came up, and I was like, oh my God, I ran out of ad libs. I don't even know what to repeat anymore. What do I say? And so I was just like, okay, I'm gonna scream. And then I did, which was kind of like a nice energy release moment because I was, you know, kind of like, oh gosh, I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I'm sitting here recording in front of Charlie. And then I did it. And I didn't think it was gonna make it into the final cut of the song. And it did. I was so surprised when they sent it to me. And yeah, I mean it's crazy what a life of its own it's taken on, you know?
Yeah, yeah. I've been DJing like some Charlie X theme parties, and people request that song, and
Really?
the whole room just screams their faces off when that part comes on. So
See, I really appreciate that side of it because I'm like I just did I came on stage with Charlie in LA and we did Von Dutch Remix and hearing everyone scream during that part was so therapeutic for not only me but like I'm sure everybody else. So it was really nice to hear it in real life.
yeah, absolutely. But and you talked a little bit about it, how you've been growing as an artist. Has it been a challenge to like not only when you go from being known for doing TikTok and then you get into all this other stuff like music and acting, has it been hard to like kind of break that view and perspective that people have on you to show like, hey, I'm here to make some jams out here?
Well, it's complicated, but I think for me, I always like to remember, and I think everybody, sees this and maybe doesn't acknowledge it, but the paths to everything are so different. Everyone's path is so different. I think even looking at, artists right now that are having an amazing moment, it's like their path to get there, it's everyone has been so different. And so I really just think my path was different than everybody else's. And I appreciate that. And I think that is just part of it all. And it's really made me appreciate my past and everything. And I think, I would like to be a nice example of change and growth and development and just learning yourself and not being afraid to experiment in all different types of ways and being in love with your past just as much as you are with your future and accepting it for what it is and embracing it.
Absolutely. I think that's some words of wisdom right there. I'm gonna copy and paste it and put it on my wall like some.
Oh, I'm sure I could phrase it better than that for your wall.
Yeah, it's a little wordy, but it's fine. It's fine. But it's all about growth, and we love to see it. We love to see the development. Now, with this sound, the Diet Pepsi sound, is this going to be like the future sound of Addison Rae? You going to do more stuff like this, or is it going to be kind of mix of what you've been doing with this new sound?
I don't know. I mean, I think you'll have to see, and I would be curious to know like what you think that means. I think to me, when it's me, it's all just me, and that's kind of the through line. So I don't know. There's a lot of different sides and facets of me. So I think it'll be interesting to see what people think about piecing it all together. But I do think that it's all very me.
Yeah. Well, keep it authentic, keep it genuine, and you can't
Yeah.
go wrong. Well, we're going to be here for all of it. Now, before we let you go, we saw in the music video you doing lots of crazy things in the car. But for people who are going to be passenger princesses, can you give us some tips on how to be a good passenger princess?
Hey, this is so funny because I am so not. I am a driver through and through. Like I need to be in the
Really?
driver's seat. I actually have really bad car sickness, so I'm like, sorry, we got to pull over and I'm driving wherever we're going. So I unfortunately can't give you any advice on that. I am a big driver, and if I'm in the
Wow.
backseat, I'm a backseat driver.
So you're a backseat driver, so you're not the passenger princess. You're the
No,
driving. We got to come up with
I'm
a
the
name.
driving force always. I need to be in the driver's seat.
The driving diva, we'll call it that.
Yeah, driving diva. Thank you.
Addison, thank you so much for taking the time. We appreciate you, and we look forward to you doing more awesome things and wish you continued success out here.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for doing this.
Anytime. Thanks, everybody. Whoever's on the other side.